Hello everyone, Greg Smith, certified personal trainer at Elko Barbell. Today I'd like to talk about nutrition. Nutrition is an aspect that can have a large effect on your progress towards whatever your goals may be. Gaining weight, losing weight, getting stronger, performing better at a particular sport, whatever your goals are, if you can do better with your nutrition, you're likely to see faster and more and better results towards that goal. So let's talk about that today, but I want to also preface that without knowing where you are currently with your nutrition, it becomes more challenging to make effective changes to get you where you want to go. The first thing I recommend to a lot of people I work with is to take a few days, possibly up to a full week, where you don't change what you eat. Use this time to enjoy those things that you're worried about losing. But it's important that you track what you're eating and drinking. Anything with calories, it's important that you track that. You can use old-fashioned pen and paper for this. You can use an app that helps you track the food and drink that you intake. But it's important that everything gets written down so that you have a baseline and you know where you're starting from to make adjustments. Once you've done that and you know where you are now, what are some of the factors we can look at and the variables we can manipulate to get where we want to go? The number one thing is calories. Calorie balance is the number one driver that will help you reach your goals. This is the amount of calories you consume minus the amount of calories you burn throughout the day in your physical activity and various other movements, and just the calories it even takes your body to stay alive, even at rest. If you take in more calories than you burn, you are going to gain weight. Conversely, if you take in fewer calories than you burn, you're going to lose weight. It's honestly that simple. And it doesn't take a huge change. Even a 250, 300 calorie difference per day is going to help you reach your goals. In fact, going excessively beyond that may initially lead to faster rates of weight gain or weight loss, but ultimately it's typically going to set you up for more problematic issues down the road. If you're looking to change your weight and then be able to maintain that new weight you get to, it's much better to do it at a slower pace. It's a case of slow and steady, really, in fact, helping you win the race in the long run. No matter what your goal is, calorie balance, that's number one, the biggest thing that you can manipulate to see the changes that you want. Beyond that, we can also look at our breakdown of different macronutrients. Macronutrients are your proteins, carbohydrates, fats. You can divide the calories you consume into those categories. There isn't any one particular right or wrong answer for how you divide those up, but it is a factor that we can look at and manipulate for what your goals are. For instance, if you're trying to lose weight, keeping the protein relatively high can be helpful. It can help minimize the potential loss of muscle as you diet down and lose weight. It can also help you feel fuller longer, even with reduced calories, which will help you adhere to the calorie balance part of the equation better. I would recommend you try to avoid any type of diet that would have you completely eliminate one of the macros, as they're all important for fueling our body, regulating hormones appropriately, and so forth. Another variable we can look at manipulating is the food types or the food quality that we intake. The further away from processed foods we can get, the better. So you can work towards a more appropriate end of this spectrum by focusing a lot on vegetables and whole ingredients. And this can really be made more helpful and easier to accomplish if you transition to cooking more of your own meals yourself rather than dining out or getting pre-packaged dinners from the supermarket. Now, between the macronutrients and the food type quality, this is where it diverges a little bit, depending on your goals. If your primary goal is more health-based, more so than a specific weight goal, it may be more beneficial to prioritize the food types first. If you're looking to manipulate your weight a little higher up on your desired scale than the health benefits, you may see better results by first focusing on the macronutrient proportions and then getting to food type quality. So depending on your goals, where you are when you get to working on those different types. But in either case, all of those goals, again, the calorie balance is the first priority to help you get where you want to go. Then after macronutrients and the food type, you can then talk about timing. This is where you get questions about, well, should I eat right before bed? Or I've heard it's not good to eat right before bed. Should I do intermittent fasting, or should I be eating many small meals throughout the day? All these questions in terms of when do I consume my calories, that can play a factor. The biggest part of that, I would say, is the nutrition and the food intake that you have right around your exercise periods, right before you exercise, during, and right after you exercise. That would be the first place to try to make changes to your diet. Then even after that, you can then take the next step further in how many other times throughout the day you're eating and so forth. This can create small changes in the effects you see, but they're just that. They're small changes. If you have not already taken care of the calorie balance portion of your diet and the macronutrient and the food type portions of your diet, the timing is not going to make much of a difference. So work on those earlier steps before you even get too concerned about the timing of your food intake. And that holds true for the last thing we'll talk about, and that is supplements. Everybody is often looking for the next best supplement that will help them lose weight or perform better. But they're just that. They are supplements to your real food that you're otherwise intaking or should be eating. So you want to prioritize non-supplement, regular food first. If all those other factors are dialed in and you're doing an excellent job, then you can possibly start looking at some supplements that would just help you take that even next step. But this should be the last step of your nutrition journey that you try to address. And even then, there are a lot of supplements out there that don't have a ton of science backing the results that they claim to help you achieve. Your money will be much better spent on actual food, not supplements, on helping you obtain a gym membership or working with a personal trainer. Your money will get you better, faster results spent in those areas than they will typically on supplements. So again, it's important to look at the whole picture. A lot of people take this backwards and they look at the supplements and what supplements can I take to try to help me lose weight? And then they're worrying about when should I be eating? That's the exact opposite order that you want to go through. Just to recap, remember, number one, find out where you are now. What is your total calorie intake on a daily and weekly basis? Once you establish that, remember, changing that calorie balance is a number one goal, and it doesn't have to be a lot. Just take out a couple hundred calories a day, and you're well on your way to achieving a weight loss goal, for instance. After that, you can look at the protein, fat, and carbohydrate ratios that you're intaking, as well as the food quality that you're using. Once those are taken care of, then start worrying about the timing of your meals, and as a last item, once those are taken care of, work on your supplements. If you'd like any help putting this all together and how it works for you specifically, and how it can also complement any exercise work that you may be doing, Elko Barbell would love to chat with you and help you with that. Please reach out to us through our Elko Barbell Facebook page at elkobarbell.com or by sending us an email at training@elkobarbell.com.